flight and rose above all. He changed the game and became a legend.
former Razorback with the razor-sharp O. Joe Johnson and the Atlanta Hawks go up against the Golden State Warriors and their offensive virtuoso, the Mississippi Missile, Monte Ellis. Atlanta, Golden State, coming right up.
We'll be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Hawks make a trip on the road. 2K Sports and the NBA welcomes you to our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Williams and Smith at the forward. Horford anchoring the middle. Crawford out there with Johnson. And for Golden State, Terrell Wright and David Lee are the forwards. Monte and Curry in the backcourt, and Biedrins. After so much losing, Atlanta has to be overjoyed to have a team who's in the playoffs, it seems, year after year.
And the fans down there deserve it. I know they're a little slow in showing up, but they've been pretty supportive in recent years. After years of bad luck, tough breaks, this run of good seasons by the Hawks is well overdue for the Atlanta sports fan.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Larry Drew. And Doris, what'd you find out?
Kevin, they're really going to depend on their big men down low to set the tone for them defensively. He said, we have guys in the paint that can really give them problems. We're counting on them for a few big rejections today. They want to send a message inside, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. So defense is the key early on.
You know, it's not surprising, Kevin, when you think about the great team. So much of their game planning really starts at the defensive end of the floor.
And so he hits both. But with the roster as composed, this Hawks team isn't a championship contender. So how do they get there? Or how do they at least get in that elite category?
Well, I tell you what, I think they're missing a piece or two, but I wouldn't say they're that far off. I mean, it's a relatively thin line. I think they would need some more size on the interior. Horford is very serviceable as a center, but I think he would be much more efficient as a power forward. And then if they could get a true point guard, a creative point guard that could make it easier for everybody else. Heck, everybody wants one of those kind of point guards, Kevin, but I think that would help the Hawks tremendously.
And so here is Atlanta, following the miss by Monte Ellis. Crawford outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Johnson can't hit. One thing about Joe Johnson, he has cut his turnovers in the past 4 years down every single season.
And, you know, Kevin, as good a ball handler as he is, I don't think turnovers should be a problem for him. I mean, he's got strength and length. He can shoot over the top of people, so he doesn't have to take a lot of chances with the basketball when he's handling it.
Good D by Lee.
Outstanding job there to contest the shot and grab the miss. That's how you play defense.
On defense, the Warriors. And here's Crawford. Johnson inside. Curry meets him. Johnson, good.
That's where you want to be getting the majority of your shots from on offense.
Behind the arc, blocked. And it's the Hawks with the ball. It's 2-on-1. Crawford outside. He's guarded by Ellis. Takes it up. And, yep, that falls, and the foul is called. We'll see him shoot one from the free throw line. Nice job at the line, and that one falls to pick up the and one. Something about Joe Johnson, a huge guy for a wingman. He's 6'7", 240. But if his frame is a little intimidating on the court, his demeanor, Clark, is anything but.
Every time I've encountered him, very low-key and soft-spoken, trying to stay away from the center of attention.
That's good from Johnson. 18 wins at home for the Golden State Warriors a season ago. A tough matchup at Oracle, even with a depleted roster.
And despite a tough season, the Warriors' die-hard fan base still packed Oracle Arena. I mean, they're some of the most enthusiastic fans in the league, and that really picks up a team.
Now here's Ellis. And again, no good by Golden State. Here's Atlanta. They've got a 10-0 run going. Crawford's shot is good.
They've been unstoppable. What a strong start.
And here's Golden State. Looking for their first basket of the game. Mark, you were talking about these Warrior fans. They finished just outside the top 10 in attendance last season with a team that was well below 500.
And that's very impressive. I mean, from ambushing the Mavs in their last appearance in the playoffs to testimonials you'll hear Rajon Rondo saying this is the toughest place to win on the road in the NBA. It just shows you what a great edge this Oakland crowd provides for its team.
Brandon Wright's checked in for Steph Curry.
Checking in for your Warriors, Brandon Wright.
Here's Crawford. He's got 5. Pass to Horford. And here is Johnson. Crawford, he's guarded by Ellis. Clock at 4. Here's Johnson. Great finish in traffic. Johnson's got 10.
Well, they're not doing a good job here on defense in the first quarter, Kevin.
The open shot, Ellis. Ellis can't get that one to fall either. Atlanta with the ball. 15 points in a row. A good run right now. Here's Johnson. David Lee comes up with the rebound. Here's Golden State. Down by 15. Let's go to our great sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for an update. Doris?
Well, guys, a tough start for Epe Udoh, the number 6 pick for the Golden State Warriors. In July, he hurt his wrist while dunking and ended up requiring surgery. That set him back, but now he's finally back in action. The Warriors are hoping he can be a presence inside and help them shore up their defense and rebounding. Back to you.
Yeah, they can always use some defense. Thanks, Doris. Warriors making a switch here. Williams is checked in.
And this is the difference in the game. I mean, they're drawing fouls and then converting at the foul line.
He's guarded by Johnson. Ellis right side. Smith with the defensive effort. And the Hawks with possession. Horford the pass to Johnson. Crawford. He's guarded by Ellis.
I got it.
It's Crawford on the wing. He has 7.
How much better a look do you need? Good mid-range shooter. Should have been money in the bank.
Williams outside. That's good. Williams has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Crawford against Ellis. Crawford kicks to Horford. Johnson with the traveling violation. Here's Williams. Good if it goes, and that's not going to go.
Well, the defense has been causing a lot of rush shots here. They're really doing an outstanding job.
And welcome back. The second quarter getting started, and so far a somewhat one-sided game. Here's Curry, still looking to get on the scoreboard. The Grizzlies supposedly offered Thabit, Mayo, and maybe even a first-round pick for Monte Ellis last season, but Golden State refused.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that in the trade rumor mill. It would have been interesting. Uh-oh. A little bit of a statement made there while he hung on the rim.
That's one way to make sure the whole building knows exactly what you just did. Ellis kicks to Curry. He's guarded by Johnson. A 3. Curry can't get it to go.
You got to expect more out of him here. He's had a lot of difficulty this quarter, which in turn is making it difficult for them to cut into this deficit at all.
Jamal Crawford, the 6th man of the year last season. A nice piece of hardware for him in what was a spectacular year.
Yeah, he had perhaps the best season of his career. He improved his shooting percentages, and that was always a problem for him because his shot selection dragged it down. And then he also was on a playoff team for the first time.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. It's an 18-point game. Kicks to Ellis. Takes a 3. And again, no good by Golden State.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Here's Johnson. Again, the Hawks score.
Great pick there. The defender was stopped in his tracks, and it freed up the easy basket.
Come here, come here. Ball coming, ball coming through.
Johnson against Curry.
Whose man is that?
It's blocked. Smooth sailing for Atlanta. Crawford dishes to Johnson. Back to Crawford. Picked up by Ellis. Throws it up. Johnson can't hit.
Really not enough defensive pressure there to force that miss. He's got to be disappointed.
And now our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, has some info for us. Doris, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Larry Drew, the former assistant coach for the Hawks, is now head coach. The players like Drew. Josh Smith said, when everybody had problems on the court, we used to go to him for advice. At the same time, now Drew has to be the taskmaster. Coach said, I really believe when dealing with players as a head coach, you just have to know the buttons to push. We'll see if he knows exactly which ones those are, guys. Back to you.
Thanks, Doris. The Hawks are making a switch on the floor. Crawford's checked in. Johnson outside, and he nails the triple. Johnson's got 17.
Kevin, that's just not good defense. You can't be giving players of his talent level looks like that. Come on now.
Right for three. Can't hit. Now Atlanta takes it the other way.
Oh, and did he ever want that three as payback? Unfortunately, he couldn't return the favor.
He stays with it. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
You can't be careless with the ball. That's a loss of focus, plain and simple.
This Warriors squad struggling.
Get the perimeter. Get the perimeter.
Outside Curry. Here's Lee. Here's Ellis. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one. Joe Johnson picks one up.
You know, last season, Monte Ellis once again missed quite a few games. He missed 18 of them, actually. Ankle injuries, a knee injury, back troubles, a terrible flu. He wasn't as healthy as he wanted to be last year.
And he makes both free throws. Here's Johnson. He's got 17. 1:48 left in the second. Always tough to play against the West, Clark, but the Hawks were a pretty strong team against the Western Conference with 21 wins.
Yeah, not bad at all. They have a lot of different ways to go at you, Kevin, especially on offense. And that gives you a chance to win against the better teams in the West. If you can score the ball, and the Hawks can do that in a number of ways, you've got a chance to beat those high-octane teams out West.
Three-pointer right, and the Warriors miss again. Poked away.
He got baited into throwing that one. The defense was well on top of it.
I see him. Yo, left side.
Ellis right side, and it's the Hawks' ball. And the leap that Josh Smith made as a power forward last year helps too. When you're talking about matching up against the West, if you're talking about the Hawks, he matched up well. The team matched up well.
I agree. I mean, when you're playing against Western Conference teams, to have success, you have to be able to stop their best forward, and both Smith and Horford did their part defensively in being able to make that happen.
Smith with a screen on Ellis. His first attempt, and it's Smith missing.
They'll allow him to get that off all day.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Curry against Johnson. Johnson against Curry. And the Warriors miss again.
They're really hurting with his performance here. He just hasn't played up to his standards so far.
Crawford outside. He dishes it. So not much of a contest here so far as we end the first half.
Tremendous output from...
I'm Damon Bruce. Hello and welcome to the... And now we send you back to our crew of Kevin...
Well, it hasn't been very close so far, but with another half remaining, still plenty of time left. Here's Curry. On the court for Atlanta. Williams and Smith are in there at the forward positions. Johnson is out there with Crawford and Horford. A foul called, and he earns a trip to the line. Clark, perhaps the rookie who managed to improve the most during the course of last season. His rookie season was Steph Curry.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue with you there. I mean, and that's a scary thought considering what a dominant player he was already in college. I mean, he struggled at first, found his rhythm, and then finished with a real strong bang.
And there's Joe Johnson on the assist by Crawford. 19 points for Johnson. Outside Curry. And it's Johnson picking him up. Pass to Ellis. Crawford gets called for the reach. That's his first foul. Here's Ellis. Beadrench inside.
Very, very sloppy. I mean, you have to thread the needle when you pass it inside. That one wasn't close. The lob was a little misjudged, and he couldn't get control of it.
Curry outside. The shot misses. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Definitely for the Hawks, Clark. They were one of the best offensive teams in the NBA last season. Not because they shot especially well, but because they got more shots than their opponents.
Quantity over quality was the approach for the Hawks. That extra volume, if you can overwhelm your opponent by rebounding on the offensive end, that can give you an advantage.
Gets the whistle, and he'll go to the line.
Tremendous output from Johnson. 19 points and 2 blocks. He is in complete control of this game.
Johnson hits them both. Here's Curry. Under 4 minutes left in the third. And it's Johnson picking him up. Got a piece of it. Arcs it high. And there's Ellis. That's good on the assist by Curry.
Gorgeous layup there. Graceful move to the basket.
Johnson against Curry. And there's the nice layup by Johnson. Johnson's got 23.
Well, he's really been big for their team, finding a way to consistently get it done on the scoreboard.
Ellis, that's good. Here's Johnson. He's got 23.
At the line for the Hawks, Joe Johnson.
And the first one drops. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Curry. 2:50 left in the third quarter. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here. Clark, the Warriors coaching staff says that Steph Curry is extremely responsive to suggestions.
Yeah, and that's a good thing, to be coachable and ready to receive coaching. They wanted him to come off screens more aggressively, and once they told him that, he started doing it consistently.
Let's keep it going for your Warriors girls. Give it up for them all, Clarice, your Warriors girls.
And the second free throw, good. Here's Johnson. He's got 25. To the wing. Crawford. Back to Johnson. Connects from in close. Johnson's got 27.
Boy, this is fun to watch. This guy is putting on a show right now. He's making it look really easy.
Here's Ellis. Hits the quick shot.
When he gets it going like this, you've got to double team it. That's your only hope.
Smooth sailing for Atlanta.
I got it.
Crawford outside. It bounces out of bounds after the shot. Here's Ellis. 8 points for him. Johnson over to help. From about 16, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
He's really flipped the script with this performance here in the second half.
Warriors only with 11 wins against Eastern Conference opponents a season ago.
And that was exactly the same mark they had in 09, Kevin. You've got to get more than 11 wins out of conference if you're going to climb into the playoff chase.
Outside Curry.
I got it.
Let's go with a three, but he stays with it. Just 4 to shoot. Goes up. Smith with the defensive effort.
This is one of the key reasons why they're losing. You have to get more production out of your core star players.
Ellis against Crawford. Off the pick. And there's Joe Johnson on the assist by Crawford. 31 points for Johnson.
He's really been the focus of their offensive game plan. And he's come through for his team as they've built this lead.
Got a piece of it.
Right now, boy, they're playing strong on the glass. +8 in rebounding.
Golden State turns it over. We'll go the other way. Here's Johnson. Here's Crawford.
I see him.
Johnson inside. Guarded by Curry.
What passion for the game. They're putting on a clinic out there.
That's good from Johnson. Here's Ellis. He's got 10.
Back door.
Outside Curry. He's guarded by Johnson. They need this. Curry can't get it to go.
Nothing's working for him here. He's just really struggling to find the basket.
So a blowout here as the buzzer ends at the end of 3. What can you say? The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. Here's Johnson. Monte and Curry in the backcourt. David Lee and Andres Beatrice up front and right. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Here's Johnson. Curry with the defensive effort.
There wasn't enough defensive pressure to affect him that close to the rim. I think he just flat out missed it.
And it's Johnson picking him up. Shoots it up. Another miss by Curry.
Decent look there, but not for him. He's been struggling all game long.
Crawford passes to Horford. Back to Crawford. From deep three-point range. Rebound by Lee.
You know, 9 out of 10 times he's making you pay on a wide open look like that. I guess that was number 10, though.
Here's Ellis. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
That's his first personal foul.
The first one falls.
Taking 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Right now, they're benefiting from the whistles. If they can come back to win the game, you can point to their willingness and aggressiveness in taking the ball to the hole as the main reason.
Crawford against Ellis. Off the pick. Atlanta again missing. And so here's Golden State. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. But they get it back. Right. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
I think he's really starting to lose confidence in his shot. Those misses are getting to him.
Crawford kicks to Johnson. From deep. Kept alive. And the layup is good. Johnson's got 36.
Finally, somebody found the bottom of the net. Man, oh man, oh man.
Ellis outside. Beatrice with it. Deflected.
Well, Kevin, he hasn't had a great game in terms of taking care of the ball and limiting turnovers.
Here's Curry. 2:55 left in the fourth. Ellis left side. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Atlanta with the ball. Crawford up top. He's guarded by Ellis. Crawford dishes to Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Not a single turnover in the first half for him, Kevin, but that ball control he had, it seems to have slipped away since halftime.
It's Curry outside. Shot, no good. Now Atlanta takes it the other way. The alley-oop.
Good. Wow. What about the setup? I mean, there are assists, and then there are delicious dives.
Well, putting it up there soft and throwing it down hard. Tipped. And so here's Golden State. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Here's Johnson. With another bucket here, he'll crack 40. Jacks up the triple. It's rebounded by Ellis.
He's trying to get it going from outside.
Ellis left side. Now Smith defending. And the Warriors miss again.
He just hasn't been able to get on track in this game. Not like he would like to. He's a much better shooter than he's shown. They're quickly on their way towards the penalties. They'll need to be careful not to pick up any cheap fouls. Play defense without fouling.
Johnson outside. Takes it up.
He hasn't been able to get on track here.
Good D by Lee.
So far, it's been a challenge. He's been unable to get it going here in the fourth.
Curry outside. And the Warriors miss again.
You have to question his shot selection, Kevin. Poor shots equal bricks and misses.
Goes up. Johnson's shot is off. And here's Golden State. To end the drought. Another miss by Curry.
This quarter's been a disaster for him, Kevin. He just can't buy a bucket.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Here's Ellis. Ellis left side.
Kevin, that's the kind of mistake that you just can't make. It's no wonder they're losing.
Here's Johnson. Guarded by Curry. Johnson right side. Shoots from the corner. Rebounded by Beadrinch. Here comes Steph Curry. Another steal. Here's Crawford. Can't connect. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Brand player of the game, Joe Johnson.